Welcome to Simply Excel. In this video we're going to take a look at the VLOOKUP function. VLOOKUP allows you to look up a value in a column, that's what the V stands for, vertical, and return another value from your table based on a match. If you're looking to do this kind of thing and you've got Excel 365 or you're using Excel Online, I would recommend that you use the XLOOKUP function instead. It's a lot more versatile and easier to use. I've got a video about that, so do head on over there and take a look at that. If however you don't have that option, let's take a look at how VLOOKUP works. In our example here we want to look up a member name based on their member number. Let's take a look at how we've used VLOOKUP to do that. In the cell we want to get the result in, if we type equals VLOOKUP, open our brackets, and we can see the parameters that we can pass to this function. The first one's the lookup value, so that's the value we're going to be searching for in our data. And for that we're going to use the member number we're going to enter in this cell here. So we'll click on that cell to put the cell reference in. The table array is then the table of data we're going to look for that number in. So I'm just going to highlight this whole area here. The column index number is the column number within that table that we want to return. So in this case we want to return the member name, which is the second column in our table. We're going to type a 2 in there. The final parameter is an optional parameter, and you can tell that because it's in square brackets in the hint here. It's called range lookup, and what it allows you to do is specify whether you want to look up on an exact match or an approximate match. We're going to start by looking at an exact match, and then we'll come back and revisit this and look at the behaviour if we do an approximate match. So in order to do an exact match, we're putting false in here, closing our brackets, press return. At the moment we've got no membership number in the first box, so we're not getting a name returned. If we come over here and enter a membership number, we're going to get Laura Trott, and we can see that she is indeed member 1056 in our data. Now let's take a look at what happens if we don't specify that final optional parameter. So we remove that from our formula, press return. You'll see it's now returning Chris Hoy, but when we look in our table, he's actually member 1050. The reason it's returning Chris Hoy rather than Laura Trott in this search is because our data isn't sorted by membership number. So if we were to come and highlight our table and sort it on member number, smallest to largest, you can see that's already changed the result and we now get the correct match. Another thing to note about VLOOKUP is you must be looking in the column on the very left hand side of your table for your value. I've just switched around the order of our data to demonstrate this, so if we now try and do a VLOOKUP, and again we're going to look for the member number in this box here, our table array stays the same, so that's all our data here. This time we're going to return column 1 because our member name is now moved over, and we're looking for an exact match, so we enter false in here. You'll see that it doesn't manage to return a result, and that's because our member number isn't our very left hand column. As I said at the start, I would recommend if you do have access to the XLOOKUP function that you use that instead. And do head on over to my video about that, the link is in the description. I hope this brief overview of VLOOKUP has been useful. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more Excel tips. Thanks for watching.